I appreciate your candid conversation. Kitten. What'd you say? Did you say something?
Are you in your own world?
I'm ready to start when you are. Red leather, ready to start when you are, Tim.
We're live.
What you saw here was grown man just having a little fun. Nothing shameful about that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another podcast. Free little puppet show. Not included. Guys, it's episode 63.
63.
Control 60.
Unbelievable, nephew.
Next thing you know, we'll be at episode 100.
Yeah, before you know it.
Oh my gosh. It's out of control. This whole court's out of control. Or no, that's not the line. That's not the line.
I don't know what movie you're referring to.
Yeah, it's a classic. I'm pretty sure of. I'm just not very good with remembering things. As we may know, when I was watching back on the podcasts, I have the memory of a small rodent, a small dead rodent. That's exactly what I said. A couple episodes back, the memory of a small rodent, a small dead rodent. Yes. My memory is not so good. Not so good. But yeah, we got a great show for you guys. And that's what I say every time. Get preseason starting in the NBA. Little NFL fun. Cowboys tied last Sunday. I might have mentioned that last podcast, but it was a crazy game. But then Sunday they pulled out the win. It was a good game. At noon, I sat down to watch the game and relax and was getting into it and I kick it off and whoop, brand new TV and power goes off. My first thing is like the new TV is broken. But no, the power had gone out. And it was out for like a half an hour at least. So bummed. So I finally get back to it. It's already the second quarter into the second quarter, but they were doing pretty good. So I was happy about that.
Yeah, I was at church where you should have been, nephew.
Oh.
Anyway, when I came home, I was like, went to make some coffee or get some coffee and doggone power was out.
I told Tim I want to go to a snake handling church, but he won't let drop it.
All right. Okay.
It's just like, all right, I'll be cutting that out.
Well, it's live, so it's not going to be cut out. So
yeah, try and cut that out. Welcome to Live Podcast, the number one live podcast within a 30-mile radius of this location.
Exactly. We believe we are. We don't know of any others, so we believe we are the number one.
Well,
I have news.
Tim has news. Tim, please share the news you have with us.
Well, those of you who don't know, I'm going to let you know that I am an artist, musician, and I've been releasing songs. I think I've released.
I thought you were a chiropractor.
2 albums this year already, and working hard, writing songs, releasing songs, recording songs. Anyway, my publicist emailed me this morning, and she said that Rolling Stone, Rolling Stone magazine, is going to do an article on me, artist to watch in 2026. So, blown away. I remember, I don't know that Rolling Stone has the weight and gravitas that they had when I was younger, but I remember the song on the cover of the Rolling Stone. I want to be in the cover of the Rolling Stone. What was the band that?
Tim, are you implying that Rolling Stone is more of a pebble?
Well, it used to be that critics could make or break you. The critics, the people who are supposed to be the experts in those magazines, people would read that to see the reviews. And now because of diffusion, I think, because there's so many people with blogs and podcasts And I don't think they carry the weight that they once did. So being in a Rolling Stone magazine a generation ago was a huge coup. And it's still a coup. I'm still excited about it. Incredibly excited about it. For somebody at my level, it is a big deal. But it may not have been might not be as big of a big deal as it was, a generation ago. But it doesn't matter. I'm excited, and I can't wait for it to happen.
That's very exciting. I had a couple jokes lined up, but I already forgot them. That's very. Yeah, you told me that yesterday or earlier today.
I told you today because I got the email today.
So you just found out today too.
Yeah, I mean, there's always a chance that things get canceled. I remember when I was a young, aggressive business person at DuPont and was making waves. I actually, as a salesperson, I got 2 patents. Salespeople don't normally invent things, but I worked with my customer and we invented something that got patented. And I remember I was working with Reebok at the time. Remember, is Reebok even still a thing? I think they're owned by Adidas. I was working with Reebok.
Yeah, so not as huge as what they once were.
There were once, it was them and Nike good. Back in the 80s. It was the 2 big players were Nike and Reebok. Anyway,
Reebok were even quite a bit bigger than Nike at that.
They were.
Back in the
they
80s.
were. Yeah.
It was,
they were. Anyway, I was working with a guy from Reebok, and I think it was Forbes, big business magazine, came out and did a big photo shoot. And I remember being at the photo shoot, and I'm like, man, this will really elevate my business career. I'll be in a big feature article in Forbes magazine. I think it was Forbes or Fortune. I think it was Forbes. And they took these photos and never came out. So, there's no guarantee until it's there. But my publicist says that Rolling Stone said this is going to happen. They promise, pinky promise. But until you see it, you don't know. Yeah,
right. So, yeah, you're trying to lower your expectations.
Trying to lower my expectations. Okay. Lower my expectations.
Either way, you got the call, you got the text. It's exciting. It should happen, and we're positive thinking that it will happen, and it will go great. And
yes.
They won't take you out of context or something. That's what always people feel, right, when take quotes and all that. But yeah, I could just see it like probably one of those like question answer kind of things or something. Who knows? Or maybe a mix of both.
Well, they haven't asked me any questions yet, so I don't know.
But I wonder if they're going to take some pictures of you or like.
Well, I'm sure I've got plenty of photos that they'll probably take.
Yeah, just take. Yeah,
I mean, I've had a bunch of features on smaller magazines that probably most of us haven't heard of, and there have been, I think, about 6 of them. My publicist started working on that, and I think she got 6 different articles, and that the Honk magazine. I'd not heard of them, but they did a feature on me. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones. There are different magazines that exist. I think probably mainly online. I don't even know if they have physical copies. I think the Rolling Stone still makes physical copies, don't they? I think they do.
Oh yeah.
You can buy the Rolling Stone magazine.
Yeah, we sure can. And if you happen to get interviewed, it wouldn't hurt. You could say something about being an amazing podcast called No Sugar, No Cream.
That's the first thing that that's the first point of emphasis that I will tell them.
No, probably should be your music. Probably should be your music. Tim.
Oh, I'm representing.
Yep, there you go. I am representing Jordan, which you were starting talking about Nike, and yeah, he took a little bit of Nike wasn't that big back then, and they took he kind of took a risk on them, and they took a big risk on him too. He made the first deal where he got a portion of all the shoe sales. He got for every unheard of shoes,
yeah.
Unheard of, and it was well worth for them. And well worth for him, which, I mean, Jordan literally turned into its own brand that has made billions of dollars and makes probably 103, 400,
you have how many
billion a year.
Jordan shoes do you have?
Oh, I'm somewhere around 10, probably.
10,
probably 10, yeah.
So, my nephew likes to collect shoes, which is a fairly common hobby, vocation.
Yeah.
I don't know, fairly very common. Is it a hobby? Would you call it a hobby? I don't know.
Yeah. Which I'm wearing a good amount of them. I got like 4, which I probably should be putting those back in the box when I'm not using them. But I do like how they look kind of cool.
In fact, the pastor
like
of my former church, not his son, must have been his nephew, has a pretty big podcast out of Franklin, Tennessee. We should look it up. Where all he does is talk about sneakers.
Oh, that's
different
cool.
brands and different, models.
Yeah, I really
guess.
do need to gain more knowledge.
Because there's, I guess, how to tell a fake, and it's a world I know nothing about. Now, if it was a podcast about vintage guitars and how to tell a fake from a real guitar, I'd be all over that.
Yeah. Just hit the news. So like a number of people got arrested that were connected with. There's a big shoe place that's super popular on. I forget the name of the shoe place, but many people probably ran across their clips and stuff. They've had a lot of celebrities buy shoes from their place, but they just got like multi-million dollars of shoes confiscated. And they got arrested. People's first assumption was, oh, they're selling fake shoes. No, you're not selling fake shoes after doing it this long. People are going to find that out, especially when you're posting all over online. People can identify fake shoes just by sight. The pros can a lot of times. And I mean, not 100%, but like, no, they ended up in possession of stolen shoes is what they got in trouble for. And people were posting online, oh yeah, they're faking shoes. I'm like, they've been online forever. Like that is not what they're getting in trouble for. It was for stolen shoes.
So what company or website are you talking about?
I forget the name of the company, but have a big online presence, millions of followers. And they sell to.
So that put the
like
end
crazy.
to their business, you think, or they're going to recover?
Well, it looks like it's going to give them some jail time.
Ooh.
So I don't know if like it was, there's probably a good chance there's probably a good chance they knew that they were stolen. I doubt they were the ones that stole it, but who knows? Like they could have been involved in the.
Okay, talk about jail time or potential jail time. A couple of big cases that were in the news.
Mm-hmm.
P. Diddy was in the news. Has been in the news. He got sentenced for, was it 4 years?
Yep. What, 4 years? He already served a year. TMZ broke it down pretty good. It's going to turn into just from now. He's probably just has like a 2 years and a month left, or 2. So because he time served, and then they subtract so much. I mean, you get time served, and then you knock off good behavior and all that, or just going to California, automatically knock, because they're so overcrowded, you knock off things like that. So he's already served a year and all that, so he's going to get about another 2 years. But he thought he was going to get completely off. He had something planned for Monday.
Wow,
like
I didn't know that,
and I think that kind of even ticked off the judge and stuff. It was like, oh, you got plans for Monday. And he had this whole clip thing where like him talking about how positive of a father he is and all that. Like they did a whole like little 3 or no, I think it was 9 minutes, a clip talking about all the good things he's done and stuff with music in the background. And it seemed TMZ was talking about how fake it seemed because like it was so produced with music and everything. And from what I saw, it sounded okay, but 9 minutes of that, and yeah, you're gonna get the ick feeling after a while. Oh, I said ick. That's one of those silly millennial things. Ick. I get the ick. I get.
You're a millennial.
Yeah, but I'm not a stupid one. Oh man, it drives me. Well, they were highlighting it on another thing I've been into. Or just started back up Survivor, and it's got all these kids in their 20s, and they're using all the terms and stuff, and they're certain words that they're just using over and over, and some of the terms are just
6, 7, 6, 7.
6. That was funny though. I kind of like that. 6, 7, 6, 7.
So I think almost because society is changing so quickly. We've got. Actually, if you don't know, the generations go generations alive today probably are boomers. I don't know if they're any older than the boomers or the silent generation, or what was older than the boomers. We should look that up. But boomers down to Gen X, then millennial. I'm not skipping any, right? And then down to Gen Z, and then down to Gen Alpha, and now the new one is Gen Beta. Like baby is being born are Gen Beta, so they've already identified.
Bunch of betas. That's
nobody wants to be beta.
Which the funny part is that things are shifting. They're being a lot more conservative, getting into church more.
Right.
Which the betas are really not going to be very beta probably at all. It'd be interesting.
Anyway, so just naming off the generations. And typically generations have been 20 years, and who decides that? I guess people that study. There's a whole degree. There's a whole field of study there, but I'm trying to think of it. But I almost think like there's a divide in the millennials between OG or older millennials and the younger millennials. And I think you kind of indicated, you kind of alluded to it there. You're on the higher, you're on the older ones, one of the OG millennials. And the younger millennials are really almost not. You might sometimes feel they're not really part of your generation. You're. I'm just examining what you said with no judgment. You almost implied that the icky ones, that those are the younger ones, right? Probably, right? The younger ones.
I don't know, bro, but I'm gonna check out and see you later. Holla back at me. West Side? No, that's not. That's more. I'm trying to think of all the terms I could think of. 6'7". That's too young for me. Did we talk about what that mean in the podcast? No, we were talking in the living room talking about that. It was like, man, we should be doing more than one podcast a week. Just the things Tim and I talk about. I know we should. I guess we should. I should just go live on TikTok more. Like when we start having a conversation that's interesting, I should just throw it up on TikTok. I did go live when I was on the cruise a little bit. We'll do that a little bit more and get some views that way. It's fun. Which no, we're not on TikTok today. Did we stop doing TikTok?
Stop doing TikTok.
Yeah,
I didn't like the way it was cut off.
Yeah, it was cut off. Yeah. If anything, we just post some clips on there, which is good for. Have you advertised much on mess with the TikTok?
I've tried advertising my music on TikTok, and it was like throwing money down a black hole.
Really?
For me,
Facebook seems to be the best place, right?
Yeah, Meta is where I advertise most. Meta, which is Instagram and Facebook.
Man, sorry, Tim, for calling it for Facebook. That was so cringe of me, dude. Much respect. Wait, much respect is probably like 90s or something.
Okay, so here we go.
Are we about to go over some terms?
Yeah, baby boomers 46 to 64. Born 1946 to 1964.
Yeah.
Generation X 65 to. So they're giving the boomers 18 years. They're given 18 years for the generation. Generation X, they're only giving them 15, 65 to 80. Millennial, they're only given 15. So they've cut down on the number of years in a generation. So 81 to 96 is a millennial. So 96 would be 29 years old. The youngest millennials still in their 20s, ballpark.
What say again? What's the years?
80 millennials, 96. I misspoke. 96. The youngest millennial was born in 96.
Okay.
So they'd be, 29. Not quite 30.
So what am I?
You're a millennial.
Oh, the youngest.
You're the oldest millennial. You're an OG millennial. You're an OG millennial.
I'm an OG.
Senior millennial.
With the brain of a small rodent. A small dead rodent.
And then we got Gen Z, 97 to 2012. So 2012. So 13. So teenagers up to 28. The youngest teenager up to 28 are Gen Zs. And then Gen Alpha, 2013 to 25. This summary doesn't have Gen Beta, but I've read that Gen Beta is what it is. Yeah, the silent generation came before the boomers. 28 to 45.
Shh, the silent.
Yeah, we don't talk about them. They're silent.
And they're dead. A lot of them, right? They're really silent now. Man. Was Grandpa silent? Rest in peace, Grandpa.
So 1945, so it'd be 80 years. I mean, there's a lot of people over 80. They're the silent generation. They're not boomers. They're silent generation. So there's still, I would say.
Yeah, some of them won't shut up. You better, you sit down with somebody in a wheelchair, you better designate the next 30 minutes for a nice conversation.
Well, they're probably lonely, nobody, their
Exactly.
kids don't come visit them. So there's 6.7 silent generation people living in the United States.
They give me about 15 minutes and then realize how stupid I am. And then they're like,
6.7 million people in the United States were born before 45.
I'll go back to talking
so that
to the
would
wall.
Be, are the greatest generation. Let's see. Well, 1% of the greatest generation, 0.1% are the greatest, born before 1928.
You know who named the greatest generation?
97 years old.
You know who named it the greatest
Tom
generation?
Brokaw.
Oh, I was going to say somebody that probably was part of that generation. This is the greatest generation. Was he part of that generation?
No. You don't know Tom Brokaw? He was.
I know. He was a
newscaster
from
South Dakota. No, he wasn't part of that
from
generation.
South Dakota.
Yes.
What part? I'm sorry, I didn't know all the people from South Dakota. I can barely keep up with the college guys and the NBA players.
Tom Brokaw is born in 1940, so he's definitely not greatest. He's a silent generation. So he went to the University of South Dakota. He was born in Webster, South Dakota.
Wow, cool.
Been in Webster many times. He went to the University of South Dakota, where he got his Bachelor of Arts. Studied Yankton Senior High School. Tom Brokaw. Yeah. So I remember he wrote a book, and that's why it made me think of him.
I heard people from South Dakota like grew up on farms and like walk barefoot a lot of times. I was just watching that podcast back. Got a kick out of me telling your story of being barefoot. Yeah. Oh, then you did a clip. We're trying to find a good system to make clips.
AI clip, yeah,
because it takes so much time.
It takes so much time to download because the files are the files that you're watching. That's a full hour file, and it's full width. And then to clip it down to a minute, you got to download that and then upload it to my editor, which I do on my iPad. And it just find the clip that you want. And now there are AI generators. And I tried one just today, and it finds clips, cuts them already, and puts the captions in there, and already ready to go.
Your assistant, can she do stuff like that?
She could. I could have my VA do it.
Maybe we should pay for a few hours and see how many clips she could do. Just test it out.
We could. It's an idea. It's an idea.
It's an idea.
She's in the Philippines. She does a phenomenal job.
She does a great job.
Video editing. I mean, she's got a lot of strengths, but video editing is one of her strengths. I mean, she's
I was trying to make you sound cool, like that she was just in the other room sitting at the desk. And you put out there her name is Filipina. She's right on.
Yeah.
Filipina, can you hear me? Yes, darling. Let me bring you some coffee right away. Oh, no rush on that. I'm good. I got my drink. Back to it then. Oh.
Do it, lady.
Oh, I should have worn that shirt today.
You have it? Yeah, that's right. You have it. You showed it to me.
Yeah. I had to wear my Jordan shirt.
We've converted some of our friends to
I bought so many t-shirts.
To Chit.
Oh yeah,
Chit fans.
I got my brother and my dad both into it.
And my good friend and co-songwriter Mike. He was playing. He told me he's playing in his living room. Yeah. He's playing it in his living room, and his daughter, his teenage daughter, I don't know how. I think 16, 15, 16, that range. and of course, if you're at that age, you're hypersensitive to things that are not politically correct, I'm sure. And he started playing the cut of Chit, coming into the room and said, "Is there a black person here? Is that a black person here?" And if you haven't seen it, they thought he was asking for a black person, but he was asking for a black purse in here.
That's the most viral video that really took it off. That was their 7th clip.
That was amazing. And so he's playing that, and Mike's daughter, Dad, what are you watching? She got all offended that he was watching something that was apparently racist. I don't know what probably she was offended because she thought it was racist. And then when she got the joke, and then there's another one he does where
she is white, so they do get the most offended over black things.
Anyway, and there's another one where there's a black actress. They had cake, and she kind of brushed up against the cake. And when she turned and she was looking out, because they were trying to surprise the girl. I think they were trying to surprise the girl who had her birthday. And she turned around and she's looking out the window, and the black woman is wearing slacks. And Chit goes, "Oh, Linda, I didn't know you had all that cake in there." Or cake, how did he say it? Cake
You're
on
all
there.
Caked up or something.
Yeah, but all that cake on there. And she turned around and think that he was talking about, thought she was talking about her derriere. And he said, "Look, you have some cake on your pants there." And then she realized that, so they live in that awkward.
And now she's in love with him, which is hilarious. And he's like saying misdirection things and, "Oh, my queen." And then the queen pulls out the queen. "Oh, me." And he pulls out a queen card.
So if you haven't seen Chit, I don't. Yeah. Is it the Chit Show? What is it called?
The Chit Show. It's under the guy's name.
Chit, as in CHIT.
Forget his name. But,
just a bunch of clips. Usually the clips are 2.5 minutes long, and they finished their season, and they had some cool cameos. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They had one of my favorite actors. If you say his name, I remember it. The guy who did Better Call Saul. He. I mean, I guess a spoiler if you haven't seen it. He showed up toward one of the last episodes. The penultimate episode actually is the one he showed up on, and then the other actor I didn't know, but you said you knew him.
Jay Renshaw is the guy that plays Chit, and they're all from. I think we talked about this before, they're all from where you do skits and stuff. They're all from underground, something Playground Underground or something. I forget the name of it. Oh crap! Oh my goodness, what is the name? But yeah, so they did a whole season, and the question is now, what's the plan? Are they going to get bought up by Netflix or something? Like, could it be turned into a show? Is it like, because it's so Office-like?
The show, The Office.
No more than 4 minutes.
With Steve Carell.
Usually 1.5 to 4 minutes.
Right. The longest clip I've seen is 4 minutes. So,
and they've done a good job of it, introducing more casts. So you got more characters, but really to do it right, like you can't always to do a sitcom. You can't always. Chit would be the main character in a way, but there'd be a supporting cast. He wouldn't be just you can't just always focus on him. Like if you think about The Office, who's the main character?
Steve Carell.
Steve Carell. Yeah. But then a lot of times you're not even on him. You're on all the people in the office area.
Yeah, I mean there was side like the romance. Who was the couple? The Pam and whoever was it that they ended up getting married.
Mm-hmm.
The office romance. I mean that was a side story, and then there was Dwight. Dwight was always getting pranked by Jim. Jim was pranking Dwight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jim and Pam. Was it Jim and Pam?
Newest pop figure. That's from Parks and Recreation, which I've there's some amazing funny people on there. I never was a big huge fan or watched a lot of it, but that's similar to Office. But I just cut you off if you want to continue. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Was it Jim? He would always prank Dwight. He was constantly pranking him.
Yeah.
And what else?
But there was a good balance of characters.
Right.
And
right.
And then they did the whole interview thing. that hasn't been a thing on here really, but they do look at the camera. So
they're breaking the fourth wall all the time.
Yeah, because the person is literally filming everything on a cell phone.
Right. That's the premise. And so the guy who we've never even seen, what's his name, Kyle, who we can hear his voice, but he's behind the camera. The premise is it's a documentary, and he's filming it.
And he probably has a regular nice camera, like which is crazy with the new phone though. You can film it like this, and you can still do widescreen. It will film both like this and do widescreen. Some of the crazy that is what the craziest probably thing about the new iPhone is the camera's always getting crazy better. But yeah, so we're kind of just in suspense. What is the next step? Are they going to have another show? But yeah, they got of course they're following exactly 69 people. Jay Renshaw, they just have 2.2 million followers, which is kind of crazy. Like they're almost up to 20 million on their most viewed videos, like crazy high. And then he's already done a small collaboration with the girl that dresses up like what is it? Her name is Ashby, and she dresses up as Lorax. And Dingle's on a cruise right now, and he ran into they were dressing up for Halloween, and ran into a girl that was dressed up as the Lorax.
Really?
It was hilarious. And I started just writing like lines that she would say. But which is just funny because like a whole. Do you know what the outfit is like? That looks like it's like an old orange.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah. But she collaborated with Chit, and then the best one was a super big surprise. Chit collaborated with the guy that does the restaurant bit, and I played that for you. I was a big surprise. He played a guy coming to visit the restaurant by himself, and ends up going in the kitchen and just like interrupting the kitchen. And then says, "Do it, lady," to the boss. And the boss is like, "Finally, get some respect around here." I was like, "Yes, that's exactly like do it, lady." It's just it's like like you're gonna think you're just talking to a girl, but literally, it was a male boss, and he was like, "Do it, lady," just means you're doing a great job. Just keep on doing it. Keep on doing it. But I was wanting to put on my mom's for her birthday. I couldn't find a place to do it, to have it over to my mom's on the Christmas day or on her birthday. I just dropped the ball. I had to probably plan that ahead. But I wanted her open the cake and say, "Do it, lady." And my dad and Daniel would bust up laughing because they know exactly what it means. And my mom would be like, "Do it, lady. What does that mean?" Exactly. Which is a perfect setup because, you just got to go watch Chit. It's hilarious. You'll definitely laugh. It will brighten your day up. And as stupid as social media can be, and just how hurtful and hateful it can be at times, there's plenty of breaths of fresh air, like this show and some of the other ones. You get such a good laugh out of. And No Sugar, No Cream on Facebook.
This show.
And Spotify, and also Apple, and some other places too. I think we're probably on Google. And we're posted on
Instagram, Facebook.
Ladies and gentlemen, give us some attention
and follow us on Spotify. We're trying to boost our Spotify more. In fact, confession, I was behind on getting all the episodes uploaded, but I just got caught up. I uploaded about 6-7 episodes because we were behind.
So go binge watch. Majority of you guys are watching us on Facebook. Appreciate that. We're gonna still be on there, But if you haven't followed us, we're gonna try to interact with people more on Facebook, on our Facebook page, No Sugar, No Cream, and so like that.
If you get us to 100 followers on that page, we can start going live on that page. Which we should. I mean, we should be going live on the page that is named after our podcast.
We're just kind of posting.
I have one more story that it's not a Chit story, but it relates to
Tim, I love a good story.
to my co-writer and his daughter, his teenage daughter.
And now a story.
So this alludes to another social media phenomenon. The movie Whiplash came out in 2014, and it's J.K. Simmons plays a part. He won an Academy Award for it. He plays just a horrific band instructor, and I'm 99% sure he won an Academy Award for that role. Just a Nazi kind of a guy, but he doesn't show his true colors at first. And so the actor is playing the drummer, and he's sitting in drumming for the jazz band. And Miles Teller played the drummer. He actually learned to play the drums to play the part.
Which Miles Teller is killing it right now.
And
just did Top Gun last year.
Nice. And so J.K. Simmons is, they start this, and the drummer is responsible for keeping the tempo. And the J.K. Simmons character, they would start playing and he would go, stop. And he'd say, not my tempo, because he would call up, not my tempo. And so Mike is a drummer also. He's a songwriter, great songwriter, and he also plays drums. And his daughter, I guess, is playing in the marching band or doing something with drums. And she'll be practicing. And he will, just to troll her, he'll say, not my tempo. And it makes her so angry. So I told him, I said, well, from that scene, he also said, the J.K. Simmons character also said, little trouble there. So I told him, throw that in the mix, say not my tempo, and then say a little trouble there. just to mess with his daughter who's practicing her parts for
you might have got your friend murdered. Or at least
yeah, we were supposed to write yesterday. I wonder why.
he might be nursing some wounds. Oh man, oh, that's funny.
So, little trouble there.
Little trouble there. Little trouble.
Well, another line that I've been using because we rewatched, and from another movie, talk about movie lines, is The Big Lebowski, and ask me how I'm doing.
How are you doing, Tim?
Oh, ups and downs, strikes and gutters. The dude abides.
Well, if you go play bowling with us, there's going to be a lot more gutters. We haven't been back in a while.
Yeah, so that's, in fact, the line, the dude abides from that movie is often quoted, but that's the only time he says it in the whole entire movie, is at the end when the stranger, who's played by Sam, the Western guy who always has the great mustache and the hat. Yeah. Sam.
He's got the
actor,
super deep voice.
He's sitting. He doesn't even have a name in the movie. He just plays the stranger, and he kind of narrates it. And at the end, he's sitting at the bar, and Steve, the one Italian actor, was shot. So their friend got shot. They buried him, or they didn't bury him. They threw his ashes, but they tried to throw it in the ocean, but it blew back into their face. Sam Elliott. Yeah, Sam Elliott is the stranger. And Steve Buscemi, there are three of them. It was John Goodman, Steve Buscemi, and he's famous for the role, and I can't think of his name. Who's the actor who played that?
I was about to say John Candy.
No, John Goodman.
But it was
the other, Jeff Bridges.
Oh, Jeff
Bridges.
Oh,
Jeff Bridges, John Goodman, and Steve Buscemi, and they had the big climactic scene where Flea, the bass drummer, played a Nazi gangster, and they had a fight, and the Steve Buscemi character was killed. Very sad, very sad. They had to bury their friend, but now they're back to bowling. They're back to their normal life, and all crises are now put to rest. And he's at the bowling alley, and he's in a good mood because he's bowling. The dude, Jeff Bridges character, and he goes up to the bar to get a drink, and he's eating peanuts. And the Sam Elliott character asks him, how you doing? And he says, oh, ups and downs, strikes and gutters. The dude abides. And that's how they ended the scene. They ended the movie. And so when people ask me how I'm doing, I'll say, ups and downs, strikes and gutters. The dude abides. Some people get it, not everyone. Some people look at me like I'm weird. Are you do you bowl? Are you what? Strikes and gutters? What are you talking about?
No, just a little bit of a movie buff. Sam Elliott is playing the father of just let me my brain. You just gotta give it a chance to.
Is it that
start
worm?
going?
Is that
It's the worm. Yeah, it's the worm. Yep. Well, RFK, you sound a little bit worse than normal. Billy Bob Thornton. He played Billy Bob Thornton.
Oh, amazing actor. Yeah.
Amazing actor from Malvern, Arkansas, where I used to live, and my parents pastored a small church there.
Well, that's how I learned to play Sling Blade.
Yep,
from being in Arkansas. Growing up, he probably
filmed
drew
right
on,
there.
Yep.
I've gone by places that he's filmed and everything, and he still has family and friends there. But the new show on Paramount Plus,
Oil Country, right? He plays an
Oil
land,
Land, and he plays the guy that's in charge of digging for the oil and all that. He's the landman. His dad, this new season, which is season 2. Season 2 comes out this next month. Sam Elliott is going to play his dad, and looks amazing. Oh my gosh, I was kind of disappointed that it didn't spark more of your interest, but definitely was very intriguing. I played the first 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, okay. But
tortured a little bit.
I am so focused on working on my music and all the things pertaining to that, social media posts, that I really have strict, cut down the number of doing fun
professional
things.
artists here.
Doing the things that,
not a massage therapist like I thought this whole time. He has been a professional,
so focused, and especially I'm on a sprint. So, the last day of November, so that's less than 2 months away. We get on a plane. I get a plane. I don't know when you're flying out, but I'm flying out the 30th. When are you flying out? You've gotten your reservation?
Day before Thanksgiving. 2 days before Thanksgiving.
Oh.
Then we'll go to watch the Cowboys game on Thanksgiving.
And then you're going on from there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll be there the 28th.
I see you.
A day earlier than everybody else.
I see. Anyway, so we're going out to California, and we're in LA area, and we're getting on a boat.
You the details.
Yeah, I gotta get my reservation, and we're gonna get on a cruise, and I'm not gonna take it easy there because I'm gonna write, because the last album that I put out, I wrote on a cruise ship, all 11 songs in my little dingy cabin. Well, not dingy, but I always get the cheapest rooms that don't have views of the ocean, so I wrote. In a
but you can
windowless room.
Anytime.
You can go see the ocean
anytime you want.
I'd rather not spend money for it than, because I only basically sleep there or write songs.
And then
there.
you barely look out at it unless you're in your room the whole time.
So I will work on music, but before I get on that ship, I have goals that I want to accomplish, and I'm very goal driven, and it's time. You have to put time in, and I'm already behind on the goals that I'm trying to accomplish. So that's what it takes. If you want to be an independent artist, you have to do everything yourself. You have to wear many hats. And if any artists are listening to this or watching this, I know that you know this. You have to be a social media manager. You have to be a videographer, editor. Some artists mix their own songs. I have mixed songs, but I know that my engineer, Taylor, is a better mixing engineer than I am. And so there's a difference in quality, whether I mix it or he mixes it. His is better. And so keeping up on
this is
trends.
no joke. All the hard work that Tim has and the things he's learned, he's good with editing, with the computer and doing all those things, and the marketing himself. There is a ton of more jobs that you could easily get if you wanted to, just in all the things that you have learned. and this is very true.
I don't want to work for the man.
And he uses it to work for himself and put himself out there and podcast has benefited from that a little bit.
Thank you all who watch our podcast, whether you're watching it right now live or you're watching on the replay. Thank you.
Yeah. Hey,
Appreciate
feel free
it.
to leave a comment.
We're having, like somebody posted, you guys are having too much fun under our last, I did the clip. What was it? I forget what the clip was. Oh no, it was just under the last video. And I think it was Mike McCook. Shout out to you if you're watching this. He said you guys are having too much fun. And we are. We're having a lot of fun.
We'll turn it down a little bit. Fun mirror.
Too much fun. Can't, having too much fun.
What's wrong with fun?
We're going on 4 back. I mean, I'm going to try to become like my nephew. I'm going to try to compete with him so I can win the most cruise days on the ship.
Good luck with that one.
Good luck with that one, right? He's over 900. My goal is to get to the next level on this set of cruises, 4 cruises, 2 4 days and 2 6s. So that'll be 20 days. So about 3 weeks. I think that's right? 2 6s and 2 4s. So 8 and 12 is 20. So it'll be 20 days. And same ship. I'll have to switch rooms a couple of times. But the last 2, I'm in the same room. Anyway, that'll get me to the next level. What's the next level? Diamond? Which is higher, diamond or platinum?
Diamond is the highest.
Oh, that'll get me to platinum then.
Officially to platinum. That's
I
awesome.
will be at platinum
That's
after
cool.
these cruises. At some point in these December cruises, I will be a platinum, and that's a big difference, right? I mean, they have parties.
You get laundry, and then there's the platinum, which you've always gone to with us.
I've gone to the platinum party. I haven't missed one because everyone in your family is platinum now. You, your brother,
platinum.
your brother, my sister, your mom, and my brother-in-law, all platinum. And what's the cruise days? 70 or something?
All diamond.
Oh, they're diamond now. Yeah, they're up to the high. All of you are at the highest. I'm just a little wimpy right now. I'm
Would
gold.
you hit at 200 days? But
200 to get to diamond.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 70 to get to
75. Yeah.
75 to platinum.
75. You're about there. You hit it on one of these cruises, huh?
I think so. Now that you say 75, I'm not sure. I don't know what my total is. I'll have to check it. But I thought when I searched it that I was going to make.
That'd be fun to celebrate that. That'd be cool.
Yeah. And they have parties. They have diamond and platinum parties, and then they have just diamond parties. They have both. So 2 different parties every cruise. Or will a 4-day cruise have those parties? Probably. I mean, that's only 4 days.
They just do the diamond. I think they do on the 4-day cruises for the higher ups. I know the crazy part is on some of those cruises. Sometimes there'll be just like less than 10 people for the diamond. It's kind of funny when that happens. But if it's like a newer ship or like a big ship or there can be tons of diamonds. We were stuck in a line that was longer than the regular line for the first ship
to get on the ship.
The second one there was
and so in case you don't know, we mentioned before, it's Carnival. Carnival Cruise Lines is the one that has been selected by your family as the one to go on, and
not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
Definitely the fun ship.
I know that there are other ones. Ships. I think there's another one that is probably as
we had a good time on Celebrity.
Popular as what's the other one that is just as strong that has the biggest ships now?
Royal Caribbean. Man, their stock has just gone through the moon.
So they're probably at the same level as Carnival. I mean,
really even bigger. They're bigger than, and they have multiple ships that are all bigger than Carnival, and that seems to be good for them. I mean, like they're just a bigger company. But but then I could be wrong about that. I don't know how many ships because Carnival does own a number of other companies also. Like they own Princess, and then they own Princess. Costa, which now
Princess.
Yeah, that was a bad experience, right?
That's the one we were on. Well, I mean, okay, I can't complain. I got 11 songs out of it. That was a Princess cruise out Down Under, and I got my album Down Under, which I'm really proud of that album. So, I guess I got that from the Princess line, but much more expensive than Carnival, and I didn't see any reason for paying for all that extra. I didn't see anything.
There wasn't that many princesses on there.
I mean, so Princess, I mean, we looked at now my sister booked it, and we didn't have any say. She said, we're going on this, and you
She
can
just
come
throw her
along
under
or
the
not.
bus?
And she already booked it, so we went on it. And it was 7 times the cost of doing the same cruise on Carnival. Not exactly the same cruise. I think it was 1 day less, but pretty much the same cruise. 1/7 the cost.
Carnival cruise was, yeah.
The Carnival was 1/7.
Yeah. Dude, that's enough to keep me going on Carnival. Yeah, if you can make it down to like to Australia, your dollar goes faster, and all the cruises are so inexpensive. The flight just getting there is a pain.
So yeah, and I didn't see any difference in food. I guess the main difference I might have seen was the decoration in the dining area might have been a little more ornate. The ship design, the ship internal design.
There's some interesting artwork,
but
on
I don't want to
Celebrity
pay.
Cruise.
I don't want to pay 7 times just for that.
No,
it's not my house. It's not my home. Anyway.
Definitely a lot more going on in Carnival. A lot more excitement. Like
and it's like they rolled up the sidewalks at 9 o'clock. It was all not much going on. It was all older people and not much young youth vitality on that ship. So I'm glad I went though. I mean, we had a good family time, and I got 11 songs that I wrote, so I shouldn't complain. And the highlight for the excursions was I went and see Hobbiton. All of the Lord of the Rings movies and the Hobbit movies were filmed, I think, primarily in New Zealand, because the director is from New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a place where they built the Hobbiton, where the places where the hobbits lived, with the round doors on the hills.
Get to see the little people.
Saw the little people. And I didn't see the little people, but I saw the
little houses.
I saw the little houses.
Yeah.
And that was so cool. That was the highlight by far.
New Zealand is beautiful.
And even behind that, New Zealand's such a gorgeous country. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I mean, on the way back, I'm like, how can I move here?
Tim never says that. He never says he wants to move somewhere else. Rarely. So that was a big deal.
He's lying. I go visit a foreign country, and I usually come back saying, man, I fell in love with this place. I want to go there.
Yeah,
I fall in love easy with foreign countries.
I love it. Well, guys, we'll wrap up the podcast for you. Appreciate you guys checking it out. Hope you enjoyed the podcast, episode 53.
What? 63.
63.
Don't shortchange us.
Don't shortchange us. Guys, if you're watching us on Facebook, or please share the podcast. It really helps us out, gets us out to more people. Like it. Spotify, if you can rate us on there, or an Apple also, that helps us too. And we will see you guys next time.